Hi friends, how are you today? Thank you for watching. I first want to start with mentioning that this QR code, this one, is going to be at the bottom right corner, and you can scan it to check information about everything that I'm going to tell you today as far as fundraisers go and as far as the work of Rebecca Wolf goes. So take note of that. Today's main focus is going to be on the screening of No Sleep Till Kyiv, which is a very important and very amazing documentary that I went to yesterday, and it was hosted by Rebecca Wolf. And many of our friends in Arizona and Phoenix specifically came to this screening, so I'm going to have clips from that. I'm going to have interviews, and I'm going to have some really cool footage of some amazing Ukrainian tattoos that I got to see and learn about. So please go ahead and enjoy the video footage of the movie screening. And again, thank you for watching. So I'm here at the Majestic Theater. We're about to go in, but before we do, I'm going to ask a few questions of the audience that's going to go inside and watch the movie, No Sleep Till Kyiv. And we're actually here with Rebecca Wolf, who is hosting this event very gracefully, and she is also organizing the fundraiser that I'm going to tell you a little bit more about. So let's talk to her real quick. And there's also another interesting segment of this video that I would like to do called Ukrainian Tattoos.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Mark.
Hey,
The video's
video's going.
Video's
right.
going. So as our friends gathered in the theater, I asked Rebecca a few questions. I first asked her to explain a little bit about the movie and about her fundraisers. This is what she had to say.
So this film is about a convoy that I did 2 years ago, November, and this was my first convoy on with NAFO trucks. And Peter Duke had already been planning to make this documentary. He had been involved with NAFO for 2 years at that point, and he wanted to show Americans that it's pretty easy to get involved on what feels like a small scale and actually has a pretty big tangible effect on Ukrainians and especially military veterans. I asked him if we could do a showing, and it is this specific showing is a donation to his nonprofit. We are separately doing a Arizona campaign with a group called Car for Ukraine. I wanted to bring awareness to Arizona of how people can get involved. Again, what feels like a very small donation can make a very big difference to the military. And the Arizona campaign is a way to bring Arizonans together to feel like we collectively can make a difference and support Ukraine. Even though it feels very, very far away, we can make a difference.
Popping in to let you know that the QR code does apply to both of the fundraisers that Rebecca mentions. On her page, you can link to both the Arizona one and the 69th Sniffing Brigade, the one with the little Doge character as a mascot, and who doesn't love that? Also, before the screening, I got to catch up with my friend Irina, and I asked her a question, which was, for people who don't know anything about Ukraine and don't know anything about what's going on there, what would she want them to know? And she is Ukrainian, so she is a very good spokesperson. So let's hear what she has to say.
I would want them to know that Ukraine is fighting for all of us, for all of the democratic world, for the freedom, for the liberties that we enjoy so much. So I really want people to know that they're standing up against the evil.
So after I interviewed Irina, I asked her to interview some of our guests at the film, and this is what we learned from them.
What connects you to Ukraine?
My mother and father immigrated from Ukraine, both Ukrainians, and I grew up in a Ukrainian family.
What did you know about Ukraine before the war?
Oh, quite a bit. As I, not only growing up in a Ukrainian family, I went to Ukrainian school for 11 years. It was part of the natural culture of growing up in a Ukrainian family. Plus, I grew up back east in Rochester, New York, which had a very large Ukrainian community, church, culture, etc. And so there was everything to know about Ukraine, and I had traveled to Ukraine between 1991 and 2000 numerous times on business and on legal matters.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
What is your name?
Matthew Yannon,
What city in Arizona are you from?
Phoenix.
What connects you to Ukraine?
My father. My father connects me to Ukraine, my heritage. And being close to my family growing up, I've always had some kind of closer to where I'm from and where I came from as well.
So, and I'm guessing you as well knew about Ukraine before the war. And
Yes, absolutely.
Did you have any other perceptions about Ukraine?
No, just the stories, and then in 2013 I went and I got to live out some of the stories, and beautiful country, and most people don't understand or know that. It's a beautiful country, it's a beautiful group of people, and I wish more people knew that.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, thank you.
What connects you to Ukraine?
Nothing directly, rather than helping to stand up for Ukraine, being on the side of good versus evil, and trying to defeat Putin, doing everything I can to support the Ukrainian people in that effort.
Thank you so much.
I also got to talk to a man who lives in the United States. He's also not Ukrainian, and he is aiding in the war effort by building drones and sending them over to Ukraine. Here's what he had to say about his work.
Myself. The first one I sent over was basically a racing drone, and over there they converted it into a bomb dropper, and I was surprised. It's amazing. So now I'm building them a fold-out one that'll carry more load and carry maybe some military supplies or whatever they need.
Do you make parts? Or?
I collect parts and put them together myself. It's fun. It got me involved, so.
Yeah, he volunteered and was able to drop it off to one of the intelligence agents. A friend of mine, Zahar, he has a friend in the intelligence agency, so I met up with them when I was over there, handed it off. A couple of months later, they sent me some videos of it being used. So it was pretty awesome.
Is that something that you do like for your job?
It's a hobby of mine. I used to do racing drones and just fly camera drones for the heck of it. And then when I started working with this guy, then found the need, and I'm like, I've got a bunch of drones to start sending things over.
What's your name, sir?
I'm Chris.
Chris.
The next segment is Ukrainian tattoos, and I wanted to show mine first because I didn't show it actually in the video. I did it when I was there, so here's like not a great shot, but there's mine, and I got it after my first trip to Ukraine. As I've mentioned in a few other videos, I went to Ukraine about a year ago for a couple of weeks, and I had a great experience there, a very life-changing experience, and I wanted to commemorate that, and so I got this tattoo. And next up, we'll see Rebecca's tattoo, Mark's tattoo, and Irina's tattoo, all very beautiful.
I have this entire arm is for Ukraine. I have the flag in a sunflower. I have the peace dove. Sometimes Ukrainians like to call it a pigeon. Prevail is for a friend of mine that was killed in Ukraine. That's the name of his nonprofit. And then my Vyshyvanka bracelet. And I also have a trident on my back that's not visible at the moment.
I chose this particular tattoo because it ties my soul much more to the country and the people there. I chose a Ukrainian trident because it represents freedom and their ongoing battle for freedom. And what you see here is traditional cross-stitching that you'll find on Vyshyvankas, similar to this. So it was important that I had it done in Ukraine and by a Ukrainian.
Thank you. So you both shared these beautiful Ukrainian tattoos, and I like your shirt. I actually just saw that.
Nice.
Are either of you Ukrainian?
No.
No. So what draws you to Ukraine and to support Ukraine, such to the level of the work that you've done, and to get tattoos to permanently mark your body for this country?
You first.
Well, it's a classic example of good versus evil, and we know who the good ones are. Ukraine is fighting for their freedom, justice, and they're on the side of good. Russia is pure evil. They must be stopped, and I needed to do something about that.
So everything he said, plus I would say God sent me. It's a little bit of a mission for me to work in mental health care for military and veterans.
So I do have 3 Ukrainian tattoos. The first one I got was in Kyiv, Ukraine, back in 2014 when the revolution started. The second one I got the 2022 when the war started. And then this one I got last year, which was a combination of the two regions of Ukraine where my grandparents coming from, so the west of Ukraine and the south of Ukraine. So I kind of combined that in the two to keep it with me.
It was really inspiring to see Ukrainians and Arizonans gathering together for this really cool event and to watch this movie. After some talking in the lobby, it was finally time to head into the theater. Alright, so we're about to go in. I'm super excited, and Rebecca, who I interviewed earlier, she's hosting the movie, but she's actually in the movie too. I'll try to insert a clip, and please enjoy, and I'm gonna go enjoy the movie.
I invite you to this special screening of No Sleep Till Kyiv, part of Majestic Theatre's European Film Festival. This event is a heartfelt collaboration between Majestic and Cactus and Trezub, a Ukraine support initiative based in Phoenix, Arizona.
My name is Rebecca Wolf, and this film was my very first convoy that I did with NAFO, and I was a supporter, and they invited me to be a driver. And so it was a surprise to show up for this convoy and to be being filmed. So now I'm sharing it with you. Thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate your support. And afterwards, I will introduce 2 more projects that we are now doing as a group in Arizona. And I want to invite you to get involved. So thank you for being here.
Just hours ago, Russian forces began their attack. Kyiv might soon fall to Russian forces.
The Russians will take control of Kyiv
within 24 hours.
These rugged trucks are a long way from Central Florida, winding the roads of Eastern Europe to get to a war zone. In that convoy, Peter Duke is part of a group bringing these trucks and supplies for their fight against the Russian invasion.
I believe what's happening here in Ukraine is worth the support of the free world.
I am an accountant. I really believe that this war was important and needed to be supported.
Our convoy will top the 290 truck number.
We ask in NAFO community and Charity Fund 69 Sniffing Brigade to provide us pickup truck for our combat missions.
Popping in again with this QR code to let you know that you can donate to this campaign or the Arizona campaign with it.
It's unimaginable for the Western people.
What I see up there are people's lives.
The Russians actually attack the families.
I hope that now everyone understands it's only death that they bring.
Then China and other countries will see this as an opportunity and will think, okay, they can do it, we can do it as well. So we need to stop it here. There's no other option.
When Hitler invaded Austria, what if someone had tried to stop it? Maybe he wouldn't have killed 6 million Jews.
History is made every second, and there is 2 choices. We are helping to make the history, or we are watching this enveloping and one moment basically waking up in the world which we would never ever want to be part of.
Save Ukraine! Slava Ukraini!